Rowdy Bear Mountain Coaster is a weekend alpine coaster located towards the edge of the main strip in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's located at the aptly named Rowdy Bear Mountain Adventure Park and also has a glider-like coaster ride that people can also ride during their visit. The ride opened in 2017 and is one of the many various alpine coasters located throughout the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge area, and is the only one I rode during my visit there in July of last year. The main reason for this is that these alpine coasters are very expensive, and this particular one was $19 for just one ride, $22 for two rides, but still fairly steep. Pretty much all of these alpine coasters in the area are this much, so this one isn't like insanely expensive. So if you want to go credit hunting in the Smoky Mountains, be mindful of how much these are going to add up to. Despite the hefty price, the ride was very fun and especially unique for me because I hadn't ridden an alpine coaster before. The main feature of these coasters are their very long and drawn out lift hills up the side of a hill, and then a long section all the way down, sometimes broken up by a few lift hills, with riders being seated in small 1 to 2 person vehicles, as well as being able to slow down slightly during the ride or go as fast as possible with no brakes. This particular mountain coaster has a long lift hill and then a decently long coaster section that gets up to some pretty good speeds, if you don't brake, of course. There was also another option to ride with a laser gun that shoots as you go up the lift hill, which I thought was a clever idea and an easy way to make money for the park, but I didn't opt for that option. I believe it's an extra $6 maybe, if that seems like a good option during your visit. The trains are small with just room for 1 to 2 people, and just a seatbelt for the restraint, so you feel pretty free during the ride, but enough of the info about the ride. Let's see how the ride experience actually is. The ride begins with these very long sets of lift hills as you saw before, taking you up the mountain, and as you can see there are these targets on the side of lift hill where riders can shoot them for points, like a classic shooting dark ride, if they paid for that option, of course. When you get to the top of the final lift hill, you finally push down on the brakes and to go full speed as you speed down the hill. The ride eventually reaches speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, and that actually makes it the fastest alpine coaster in the area, and you can definitely feel that speed. The ride mainly focuses on laterals with many S-bends and curves as you go throughout the ride, getting more aggressive as you gain speed, and the laterals are pretty fun and intense in some sections. The ride then has a couple sustained lateral filled helices to end the coaster, and the ride does automatically brake you at the bottom as you enter the final brake run. Overall, Rowdy Bear Mountain Coaster is a really fun coaster and definitely worth checking out if you are in the area visiting Dollywood. It's also slightly more accessible than others due to it being a little off the main strip and being slightly less busy during the summer months than some others. The ride is pretty expensive, sadly, so it's hard to do a lot of these rides without breaking the bank, but this one at least turned out to be a very solid ride. There's also another alpine coaster within walking distance of this one, the Gatlinburg Mountain Coaster, which I did not do, but that might be worth looking into during your visit. Be sure to subscribe for more content and be on the lookout for more coaster reviews and other theme park videos in the near future, and also check out my other videos for the Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg area on my channel.